Welcome, folks, to downtown Atlanta and Mercedes-Benz Stadium, site of this year's Chick-fil-A Peach Bowl and, of course, part of the college football playoff. It's time now for the quarterfinals, for the top 4 seeds, a time to begin their quest for the national championship. But they run into a battle-tested team already coming off one playoff victory, trying to shock the world here today and make the semifinals. As we'll see the number 6 seed in this playoff, the Nebraska Cornhuskers, taking on the number 3 seed in the playoff, the Washington Huskies. 3A Sports College Football. I'm Chris Fowler here in the booth with Kirk Herbstreit. And here we go, a college football playoff quarterfinal game. We'll see which team's going to be moving on. Kickoff team out there. We're ready to rumble for this college football playoff game. Return starts from inside the 5. And he stopped at the 20, trying to make something happen, but that's good coverage there. So the Washington Huskies offense comes on the field first today. Of course, this game in Atlanta, I think, is the mecca of college football. And over the years here in the Peach Bowl, we've seen underdog teams like UCF and Houston really come in here and make their own piece of history.
And Chris, think about it. The Peach Bowl, kind of like the Cotton Bowl, has been a major winner in this playoff expansion. They put on a great game, and they've already had some memorable moments. Who could forget in 2022, the field goal in the game that potentially wins it for Ohio State was kicked in 2022 and wide left and hits the ground in the year of 2023.
You know, in an era that we live in right now, everybody wants to spread the field around, try to create space, try to create one-on-one matchups, and the defense is countered over the years by trying to play out wide. But here's a great example of the defense.
And looking for a big play here. Deep ball is caught for a huge gain here. They could not stop him. He's in. Touchdown, Washington. You come out in the playoff game, Kirk, no signs of rust for the offense immediately.
Yeah, no jitters at all. After the layoff, I wondered how they might be able to come out and communicate and actually just the rhythm to the offense. But they did not hesitate. They set the tone early. Now they got themselves a lead.
And it's 7-0 after the PAT. Kickoff team is on the field. Let's see if they give the returner a chance to bring this one back. So no return here. He takes in the end zone, and they'll begin the drive at the 25. The Cornhuskers offense takes the field. The first chance we had to see them today. Well, it's not easy to narrow down the impact players to just a few guys, Kirk, but what do you expect from them today?
Well, we got guys that can make plays as well as anybody in the country on both sides of the ball. That's why I think this matchup is so exciting. Two good teams with great individual players.
First down play call coming up. How aggressive will it be? Off the play fake, looking to throw. Fires it to the wideout. Catch made down the left side, an explosive play. That's a big game before he goes out of bounds. It'll move the sticks, more than enough for a first down.
Well, this is a beautiful play when the timing is right, as we see right here. The receiver's got to do a good job of working his way back to the football as the quarterback is throwing it. The timing here is impeccable.
One play moves the ball to the 45. It'll be first down. Quarterback sets up, looking for an open man. And he's going to float this one to the right side. This one is broken up and falls incomplete.
Well, this defense has been incredible all year long, and they continue to be that way in the postseason. Just getting after this offense, whether it's putting pressure on the quarterback, great coverage downfield. Right now, they are dominating this game.
Quarterback looking to throw it on second down. That's the running back who makes the catch across the middle. Tackled quickly after the catch. He'll be short of the marker.
Defenses all around the country have got to do a better job of keeping an eye on these little guys from the slot. They can dismantle a defense with their speed and quickness in the open space.
Back to throw again. Running back has it on a screen now. They've got him, but that completion good enough for first down yardage.
Now we're starting to see this offense look like they've looked all year long. Listen, to be able to get to a playoff opportunity, your offense has got to be able to show an ability to hit throws like this on third down. They hit it, they keep the drive alive. Now they have a chance to put points on the board.
And the ball is handed off out of the shotgun. Tackle made, but the gain moves the ball to the 30.
Boy, Chris, this back is so talented. Picks up another first down. The Nebraska faithful love to see the ball in his hands, just like they love to see the backs over the years. Think about T.O., Tom Osborne, when he had the backs going, Mike Rozier and Lawrence Phillips and Amon Green, Roger Craig going.
And he's going to fling it deep, going for it all here. Oh, and it's dropped right off his hands. A chance for a big play, but a little early nerves on the part of that receiver.
It has been a tough first half in this playoff game for this offense. They cannot get anything going through the air. Not only are they down the scoreboard, but there's really nothing to build around as we get ready to go into the second half.
This was a promising drive, but back-to-back incompletions makes it 3rd and 10. Dropping back, they're going to throw for the first down. And he'll loft it to the end zone. Intercepted in the end zone.
Hey, these guys have been giving up some plays. I mean, this offense looked pretty good. They're moving the ball, but they get him to third down. They get pressure on the quarterback. Quarterback panics, puts that ball into coverage, and this defense comes up with that big interception.
And the Washington offense heads back out on the field. Remember, last time they scored a touchdown. Can they keep clicking here, or the defense come up with a stop? They stop him right at the 24.
Hat on a hat up front. Good job of opening up the holes. Anytime you can get positive yards on first down, that's a win.
Important second down play coming up. Looks like the QB is changing the play at the line. Quarterback wants to throw it on second down. And the sack is made. That's a nice play there by the sophomore.
Chris, this is what I love about the legacy of the Nebraska linebacker is the ability to get after the quarterback like this. I mean, think about some of the guys that you and I have had a chance to watch wear that uniform. Back in the old days, it was that half jersey, right? Guys like Trev Alberts and Broderick Thomas and Terrell Farley in the mid-90s on that national championship team. Levante David, who's a great pro, but got it all started right there in Lincoln.
And the Huskies will line up to punt it away. This one will be fair caught. And Nebraska's offense is back out on the field. They had some good things going on the last drive, but it ended suddenly with the pick. Let's see what they can do here. Here comes the opening play of the drive. They begin at their own 45-yard line. On 1st and 10 here, looking to throw the ball. Caught quickly. He'll earn the first down, but pay for it with a hard hit.
Boy, if you're the defensive coordinator, you can't leave the middle of the field that wide open. It makes it so easy for the quarterback to read and recognize and get the ball out of his hands for a first down.
Fresh set of downs. It's 1st and 10. The shotgun running play call. He gains 9, so it's 2nd and 1.
Great job by the offensive line here, opening up some holes and giving the running back room to run on first down. Plays like this can open up the playbook for the play caller, allow him to make that defense think, are they going to run? Maybe play action, maybe throw the ball downfield.
Takes the handoff again. Powerful running here.
You know, offensive linemen are just a certain breed. They're always going to do their job, no matter who's back there carrying the ball. I'll tell you what. They have a little bit more confidence when the person that's carrying the ball can break off some big-time runs. That makes him block just a little bit harder, knowing what he's potentially capable of doing.
Here comes a first down pass attempt. That one falls incomplete. Good defensive play. Brings up second down.
You get a tight end like this, and you know he's used to dishing out the punishment, but here, he's the one that has to absorb the contact, and as a result, he's unable to hold on to the football.
Incomplete. Second down coming up. And the quarterback looking to make a play through the air. He's going to be brought down by that ferocious pass rush. Nice sack.
Oh, my goodness. That looked to be the defensive back who came flying up there to put the pressure on the quarterback.
Defense looking for back-to-back sacks. Third down now. From the gun, he looks for an open man. Lets it go quickly. Doesn't hold on. Good hit by the DB. Now it brings up fourth down.
Hey, it's an incompletion, but it's a nice job by the quarterback. I know it didn't pan out, but the most important thing is he didn't turn the football over and he didn't take a sack. It'll give your kicker a chance to put some points on the board if they opt for the field goal here on fourth down.
And this one is right through.
Boy, this guy had plenty of leg here, too. Chris, you remember the days when a kick from 50-plus was a major accomplishment? Now these guys knock these out like they're almost automatic.
They'll return it from inside the 5. And the returner heads out of bounds. And the Huskies offense is back out on the field. They're trying to build on their lead. They were forced to punt on the last possession. Offense out for the first play of the drive, beginning at the 22. Keeping it on the ground here. Defense makes the stop after a 5-yard gain, so 2nd and 5. So, Kirk, it's Washington in front, and the first quarter is in the books, but is a huge opportunity for both these programs to get a step closer to a national championship. Here we go, first play of the quarter. Offense setting up for a 2nd down play. They'll go with the ground game here. Running back takes the handoff. Brought down at the 33. That's good enough to move the sticks.
Boy, this guy is running hard today, right? I mean, you think about some of the backs that Washington's had. This guy's trying to say, hey, fellas, let me be added to that list of guys like Greg Lewis and Napoleon Kaufman and Chris Polk and Bishop Sankey and Myles Gaston.
Takes it out to the 44. That's good for a first down.
Great conversion here for this Washington offense and another first down. And I tell you, this guy's living up to the expectations of a Washington quarterback. They've had some great play out of that position over the years.
Looking for the wideout. Finds a man open on the right side downfield. They bring him down, but that's a solid gain on the play.
Chris, that's another positive game for this offense, and this quarterback continues to show why he's had such a great year this year. When he has time to throw, he gets his feet set. He's as accurate as any quarterback in the country.
Off the play fake, looking to throw on first down. He's running out of time here. And they hit him just as he releases the ball. It's incomplete.
Well, it's pretty simple. The defensive line does a great job of getting after the quarterback and forcing him into that incompletion.
Incomplete, so it's 2nd down and 10. Quick throw misses his mark there, incomplete.
I'm not sure the quarterback makes the right decision on this one. I think if he'd do it over again, he would have found a different target downfield, but he made his decision. That one's incomplete.
Receivers now getting some new assignments before the snap. Looking to chuck it again. And that pass is hauled in over the middle. He stopped short of the marker, so it's 4th down now. The Huskies will look to convert here on 4th down. That's a design quarterback keeper. Slides to avoid the big hit.
Well, these are the kind of situations you practice every week. You got to be able to get a yard. And the offensive line was able to give them just enough push to convert here on the ground. Clearly, they've done this drill before countless times, and it shows.
They flip it to him on the jet sweep. They tackle him. Looks like it's going to be just short of the marker, inches away.
Well, heck, if they hadn't dug themselves such a big hole, what a positive play here, using that jet motion and that touch pass to pick up some huge yards and giving them a chance anyway of trying to come up with a first down.
Grab down the middle. It's Washington. And they stop him just short of the end zone. The offense set up with a first and goal now.
Boy, another positive game for this offense, and this quarterback continues to show how dangerous he is when he has time to throw. The defensive coordinator's got to change up his looks, maybe bring in the blitz, anything they can do to get this.
Fights his way in for the score. Touchdown, Huskies. That kind of execution on a long drive, that's why this team made it in the college football playoff.
That's exactly right. Being able to mix in the run with the pass, picking up first downs, and eventually coming up with the touchdown. That is a tough thing to do. They made it look easy.
No problem with the PHC. The lead 14-3. Kickoff team is on the field to boot this one away. And he'll lead the kickoff right there. He'll start from the 25. And Nebraska's off. Field. The last drive produced 3 points thanks to an excellent long-range field goal. And the first play of the drive now from the 25. First down, looking to throw the ball. Lets it fly to the wideout. He makes the grab. The stop made at the 45, but enough for a first down.
You know, this is what makes this receiver so dangerous. If you play him in man, he can run by you for a big play. You decide to sit back in zone, and he's got the savvy and instincts to be able to after the catch as well.
On 1st and 10, they'll look to throw it. Snags the quick throw. They bring him down, but the gain moves the ball into enemy territory at the 43.
You know, we talked this week with the offensive coordinator about what makes this receiver so special. He kept referring to his route running. Here's an example of that. Great route, enough separation to give the quarterback a nice lane to throw the football.
The offense finally producing here. Sets up a 1st and 10. Out of the shotgun, he'll hand it off. That's a nice tackle there by the senior.
See, that's how you limit what an offense wants to do. This time, the defense just won the battle up front at the line of scrimmage, not giving up any big plays. Everybody's gap sound, and it's really solid defense on that play.
Second down play coming up for this offense. So we've reached the 2-minute warning, and this offense trying to get something going here and cut into this lead before halftime. Offense getting set. It's second down. Quarterback drops back. We're going to test the secondary. Got him. He's sacked. They crank up the tempo here for this important third down play.
That's another sack for this defense, Chris. If I'm not mistaken, they've got a lot of pressures. I think that's their second sack of this game, and this defense has a lot.
And it's intercepted. He stepped in front of that bullet. And he steps out of bounds, but a crucial takeaway. Great play by this defense. Pretty easy call for the head coach. He will accept that penalty, of course. The Cornhuskers starting a new series here on 1st and 10. Linebackers trying to confuse this offense now. First down, looking to throw the football. Looking for his big tight end. It's caught downfield. They bring him down, but that gain moves the ball all the way to the 31.
Well, that's the thing with this guy. You've got the ability to flex him out. He shows his versatility and what he can do from that slot position. He could be the quarterback safety blanket.
Looking to throw it on first down. Makes a quick grab. Tackle made at the 21. This offense in great scoring position now. Timeout is called to talk strategy late in this close game with halftime approaching.
Well, this is called settling down in his own defense, just kind of finding that soft spot. So not only does this tight end show that he's got great athletic ability and great size, here he shows that he understands coverage by sitting down in that hole, giving the quarterback a nice target, able to pick up that first down.
Oh, can you believe it? He dropped the ball. Don't see that often from this excellent receiver. It's going to bring up second down. And he's back to throw again after that incompletion on first down. Caught over the middle. It's Coleman. And the offense will call a timeout. That's their second of the half.
Quarterback looks downfield to make this throw. He wants to be able to get the ball to be able to pick up enough yards for a first down. But instead, he gets the ball at least underneath to the drag route and gets some positive yards.
An important third down conversion coming here in the red zone. They're going to throw for it on third and short. And he will score. Touchdown, Cornhuskers.
Love to watch his quarterback go out and execute in this kind of situation. He's doing a great job of ignoring the scoreboard and feeling a sense of pressure to have to play with more urgency. Right now, he's executing. We're in the second quarter. Plenty of time to get back in this game.
So the offense getting some momentum before halftime with the touchdown. Now they kick off in hopes the defense can get a quick stop. And the Washington offense is back out on the field now. They've got to be pleased with their performance here in the first half. Let's see if they just play it cautious and get to the break in front. Downfield shot falls incomplete. Couldn't quite connect there.
Well, the offense coordinator with the right call, trying to take a shot there, but just poor execution. They couldn't come up with a big play. Let's see if the coach tries it again later, or maybe in the second half.
Incompletion makes it second down. Offense looking to throw the ball. And he's going to launch it deep again. Tried to go very deep there. Good effort. Now it's third down.
You know, the game often comes down to a play or two, and the offense just missed a huge opportunity for a big play. Going to have to make some adjustments there, and maybe go back to that play and see if they can come up with a big opportunity.
Quarterback finds an open target on the left side. Tackle made after a big gain. The offense will take their first time out of the half to talk strategy here.
Chris, all week they heard about how fast this guy is. The defense coordinator told them they watched the film. They've seen this guy a lot. But I think the reality of seeing it now in person, I think it's surprised them. They've got to make some adjustments to their defense, or this guy and his speed will continue to have a field day.
Makes the grab. It's Robinson. And he heads out of bounds after gaining a few yards.
Chris, the more we watch these spread offenses attack in today's game, it's not just about the vertical shots with the taller receivers on the outside. Defenses are challenged even more by those smaller slot receivers and their quickness in space.
Caught near the sticks. It's Robinson. And a big gain before he goes out of bounds. The offense keeps churning, gets a fresh set of downs.
You know who's got to love this offense picking up so many first downs? Their own defense. And when I played, I used to have defensive guys come down and tell me when we'd have a long drive how much it would allow them to rest and go out and play dominant football.
Washington has moved into the red zone. On 1st and 10, looking to throw. It's a quick grab. Finally out of bounds after a solid game, but there is a flag on the field. So let's check this out. And the head coach will decide to accept the penalty and take the yardage. And the Huskies hoping to punch it in here. They have 1st and goal. From the shotgun, he's probing the secondary. Gets the ball off as he's hit, but it's incomplete.
Man, you got to love this if you're a defensive coordinator. It's all about affecting the quarterback and getting pressure on him. This time, they got to him and forced that incompletion.
Quarterback looking to pass here on second down. Makes the grab in the end zone. Touchdown, Washington.
Great job here by the play caller going to that 5 wide receiver set. You put all these guys out in space and create one-on-one matchups. It's very tough on this defense to try to win all the matchups and give the quarterback credit for being able to find where he wanted to go to be able to come up with that touchdown.
Doesn't bring the kick out. Touchback. They'll start at the 25. So the offense takes the field in the final seconds of the half. Chance for just a couple more plays. He hands it off from the gun. And they make the stop to get the ball carrier down. And that will do it for the first half here. Kevin Connors now has our halftime update.
Thanks, Chris. These games, they never disappoint, regardless the score. And this one was filled with excitement and big plays throughout that first half. And I get it. A lot of coaches will say the difference between winning and losing comes down to stopping big plays and getting big plays. But if you ask me, it's more about how good you are on third down and how efficient you are in keeping drives alive. Those two stats can help you break the will of even the best defenses and help you come out on top.
And he'll just take a knee. Drive will start at the 25-yard line. Here comes the Nebraska offense back out on the field. This line getting set up. It's a first down play. They get the second half started with the running play. Oh, great juke, and he's in the clear. They bring him down, but an explosive play by this offense. Big gain.
Outstanding blocking on the left side of that offensive line. That's really what opened up this play. They did their job, and you can see the results. You burst open and get a big gain on the ground. If I were them, I'd keep going to that side and see how much more success they can have.
And with nobody open, he chooses to just throw it away. Offense facing a 2nd and 10. Here's the snap, looking to throw here. Receiver makes the catch. Defense reacts quickly, a very short gain on the play.
Well, you can tell the quarterback knew exactly what he wanted to do with the football. He was going to that in route no matter what. He hits it for a nice gain.
And he'll drop back here on third down. Makes a spectacular diving catch. Tackle is made, but the junior quarterback shows off his arm strength that time.
Good job by this offensive line and a great throw by the quarterback to get that first down there on third down. It's exactly what they needed to do. This is too big of a game. They've come too far. They're in the playoff. You're down in the second half. Good job of keeping this drive alive.
No gain there. This defense has been getting sliced up on the drive, but they push back that time, Kirk.
Yeah, kind of a bend but don't break mentality by this defense. They have been giving up some big chunks here on this drive, but let's see if a stop like this can give them a little bit of confidence here. Now try to pressure the quarterback on these upcoming plays.
They bring him down, but a big chunk of yardage on the play.
Big runs like this are just demoralizing for a defense. It's one thing to give up big plays over your head against the pass game. But when teams can run the ball and pick up yards like this, it really affects the team's mental psyche and their confidence. And you'll start to see some missed tackles following a play like this.
So down here in the red zone, every yard tough to find. Here is a crucial play coming up. Some pre-snap movement, back in motion. Good pass. Here comes a jet sweep. They bring him down, but not before he gains first down yardage.
A nice little simple touch pass here by the quarterback, getting the ball out to the receiver who's in motion. Look, that doesn't turn into a huge play, but they do pick up a first down. And no offense is ever going to say no to moving the chain.
Touchdown, Nebraska. A strong fight back. A That's a crucial response for this offense, but still plenty of work to do here in the third quarter.
I love that they're still fighting and competing. You can tell they've made some adjustments at half and try to get them back into this game. And that score is a great start.
Drops back from the shotgun, looking for an open man. And it's a sack. The two-point try fails, and they can't get into that deficit any further. Getting set to kick the ball off now. And the return man decides to signal fair catch. And the Washington offense retakes the field here. The last possession, they really had the passing game clicking. Move right down the field for a touchdown. Big guys up front lined up. It's first down. Hand off to the right side. And the one moves the ball up to the 33.
I tell you, to be able to pick up a nice gain like that, those offensive linemen have to sustain their blocks. Gave them a chance at a really nice gain.
They'll hand it off. They tackle him, but not before he makes the 45, a solid gain.
You know, everybody always wants to talk about quarterbacks today and receivers, and don't get me wrong, that's a big part of the evolution of the game and where we are. Man, for me, as a fan, when I'm watching a game, there's just something satisfying about the teams and the offenses that still have backs that can carry the ball and come up with plays like that. Move those sticks and keep this drive going.
Back behind the quarterback, aligned in a pistol. They'll switch it up, looking to throw. Quarterback escapes the pocket and takes off. Goes to his right side there for the completion. Defense surrounds him. Just a short gain on that completion.
And there's the tight end who shows off his hands.
Offense looking to keep the drive alive. It's third down. A pop pass on the jet sweep. Oh, and nothing but green grass ahead. Touchdown, Huskies. It was a foot race, and he won it. And Kirk, this quarterback told us this is my time to shine, a playoff game. He has gone out and backed that up so far.
Yeah, he's done everything that's been asked of him and more. Just a great job of getting into a rhythm. Really tough to defend. Right now, the defensive coordinator, you can see him down there. He's throwing his headset. He's frustrated. He's got to come up with some new wrinkles to try to slow this guy down.
And Nebraska's offense is back out on the field. Fresh set of downs for the offense. First down. There's the handoff. It's good for a 3-yard gain, so 2nd and 7.
Chris, you know, the spread era over the years has always grown offensively, but what I've been always impressed with defenses that really build their defense to play in space still have an ability to be sound at the line of scrimmage and defend a running game. It's exactly what we saw right there.
Catch made on the left side. Tackle's made, but not before he makes the 43-yard line. This drive is going now.
Boy, nice drag route here, and I thought the patience by the quarterback was the key. Puts it in front of his receiver, gives him a chance to make the catch, and picks up a little bonus. Nice yards after the catch.
The shotgun handoff here. Defense stops him short of the first down marker, and that'll do it in the third quarter of play. So, Kirk, it's Washington in front, sitting in a pretty good spot as you wrap up the third quarter, trying to keep those national championship hopes alive. Let's take a quick look at the game sets where we have a chance. Offense getting set for a second down here to begin the quarter. Hand off to the single back. There's the tackle, but first down yardage.
Hey, it's a nice pickup. You got the first down on the ground. That's a great job. But remember, it's a 2-possession game. You got to pick it up a bit. This defense will welcome those kind of plays all game long because the clock will keep moving. So you got to put that ball in the end zone and try to get the ball back.
They get the senior to the ground, but it's a nice run there.
Nothing better than an offense on first down to be able to pick up big positive yards like that. You can either keep giving it to the back, or it can set up play action and get the defense to come up to the line of scrimmage, and you can throw it over top of it.
The Cornhuskers have 1st and 10 here. It's a shotgun run call.
Nice solid run here by this back. Did a nice job of just kind of finding that lane, pick up some positive yards there on 1st and 10.
And here comes play number 6 on this drive. They look to throw it here on 2nd down. Receiver makes the grab. They'll actually lose yardage after the catch. The defense all over in that time.
Interesting call here, Chris, with this great pass in the 4th quarter late in the game. I think they're expecting the defense to get upfield on the pass rush. But give the defense all the credit. Recognizing it, almost really anticipating that this screen was coming, and then rallying to the ball.
Caught in the backfield. It's Coleman. They don't convert. In fact, he's tackled for a loss on that 3rd down play.
Good job here by the defense on 3rd down. Forget about throwing downfield. They go short, and they make them pay for it with a loss of yardage.
Down late, they'll keep the offense on the field trying to chip away at this lead. And he's throwing for it on 4th down. Fires it to the wideout. Oh, and it's incomplete. It's a turnover on downs. Crucial moment late in this game. And the Washington offense heads back out on the field. 1st down here for this offense. Off the play fake, looking to throw. It's the running back in the flat. 0 running room. Stopped right at the line of scrimmage.
Well, this is exactly what you want to see from the defense. Yeah, you give up the catch, but you're right there to be able to stop this receiver from making any yards after the catch.
Offense getting set. 2nd down play here. Quarterback will throw it off the 1 pass option. Brought down for a loss after the completion. Not what they were looking for.
Well, a lot of times you match up a wide receiver, you get a linebacker on him. You'd like to think that the wide receiver can shake him. But this linebacker is really athletic and is able to make plays in space.
Now in 3rd and very long, looking to throw. Makes the catch. It's Holmes. Tackle's made, but not before he makes the 43-yard line. This drive is going now. 1st down play call. How aggressive will it be? And of course, they'll work the clock here, keep it on the ground. And he's tackled just short of the midfield line at the 49.
Yeah, I like this call here late in the game like this with the lead. Nothing too fancy, just right up the middle. Trust that offensive line and this running back and just keep working that clock.
2nd down, we're going to throw it. And he's going to stretch the defense, taking a deep shot here. They're not going to get him. He's in. Touchdown, Washington. That's another passing strike from this quarterback. He is having himself a tremendous ballgame.
Boy, this guy just can't miss. Every single time he throws, it seems like he's coming up with another touchdown. The receivers are running good routes. He has enough time to throw. And, man, this poor defense, they might want to think about changing up coverage because right now it is not working.
Now they get set to kick it away. So it'll be a touchback. Ball spotted at the 25. And Nebraska's offense is back out on the field. The last time they went forward on 4th down, didn't get it, and it ended up costing them 6 points. And they bounce back here. And the first play of the drive now from the 25. And looking to throw now on 1st down. Hit as he releases it, and the pass ball is incomplete.
From the snap of the ball, it looked like he knew exactly where he wanted. but the guy just had him blanketed, and he still tried to get the ball squeezed in there. He's got to do a better job of working through his progressions to find that open man.
Looking to pass here on second down. Grab down the middle. It's Hall. Look at the speed there. They finally bring him down, but it's a nice gain. We reach the 2-minute warning here. This offense needing to score and then get the football back.
Okay, ready?
See what the call is on 1st and 10. And he'll set up to throw. Quarterback looks to his right and finds his man. They bring down the receiver, but that's a nice gain on that play. The clock is still running. They got to get set quickly. Quarterback looking to throw it on second down. And they hit him just as he releases the ball. It's incomplete. One of those critical third down plays coming up. Looking to pick up the first down through the air. He's got his man in the open field. Touchdown, Huskers. This quarterback on fire today.
Man, I love this. Chris, I don't think they're going to have a chance to come all the way back. But here we are, under 2 minutes to go, and they continue to show some fight. And then, you know what? Who knows? Maybe you cover an onside kick and you get right back in it.
And he knocks the PAT right down the middle. I believe they're lining up to attempt an onside kick. And the Hams team able to recover the football. And the Huskies offense is back out on the field. The last drive, the passing game, very effective. Moved them right down the field. And the defense make adjustments. Runs right over the defender. Now a timeout taken by the defense, trying to preserve as much clock as possible for their offense.
Just love watching this back run. Gets behind that offensive line, lowers his pads, and gets a nice solid gain.
Second down after that previous play. Here's the snap. Offense looking to throw the ball. Gets the ball off as he's hit, but it's incomplete. Third down play for this offense. Quick throw, catch made on the out route. Heads out of bounds after a solid gain, more than enough to pick up a first down.
Man, I've really enjoyed watching this guy play all year, and it's been great to see him in person today. Making good decisions, accurate throws, and keeping this offense moving.
And they'll keep it on the ground, trying to run some clock.
But the defense coordinator this week, all week, telling us about gap integrity, not giving this running back any creases at all. Really sound defense on that play.
Here's the second down play. They flip it to him on the jet sweep. And they wrap him up after the completion, just short of the first down marker.
You know, a lot of times these types of plays either go for nothing or they can go for a huge chunk of yards. Here they do a nice job of getting it to the outside, turning it upfield, and ended up getting a nice gain out of it.
On third and short, they'll try to throw for it here. Catch made on the out route. Not much after the catch, but it is good enough for a first down.
Well, Chris, this is why they're here, right? This is why they're in the postseason. You get to a critical moment in this game with the lead late in the game, a chance to really put this game away, and they convert.
They tackle him behind the line, a loss of 4. So the offense calls a timeout here. That's their first of the half. Well, they don't block the defensive end, who shows some quickness, Kirk, getting around the edge that time.
Yeah, this guy's usually getting around the edge to put pressure on the quarterback, but he reminds everybody here that this guy's a complete package. Not only can he pressure the quarterback, but also he is very, very talented and shows you the physicality he has against the run as well.
Brought down at the 5 after the catch. The offense really threatening now. And they convert here on 3rd down in the red zone. This is a 4-point type of play, touchdown or field goal. Forced out of bounds, just short of the end zone.
These are the type of plays that are backbreakers for a defense. They thought they had him tied up. They thought they were going to be able to get him to the ground on the pass rush, but they're unable to do so. So he gets away, picks up a big first down, and now the set
fights his way into the end zone. Touchdown, Huskies.
And that's another touchdown for this guy. This defense better adjust and get eyes into that backfield, or he may go for a 3rd or a 4th later today.
Extra point up and good. A 19-point lead now here in the final quarter. Now the kickoff team is out on the field. And it comes out to the 25. No return attempted there. Here comes the Nebraska offense back out on the field. At this point, there's not much you can do except play for pride. And the first play of the drive now from the 25. On 1st and 10 here, we're going to throw the ball. And it's the senior getting home with the sack. They'll hurry to the line here with the clock running. And the defense calls time here with 23 seconds left. Second down now after the sack. From the shotgun, drops back looking for an open man. And he just throws the ball away there. Nobody open. Excellent coverage. So a tricky situation here. 3rd and very long inside your own 20. How much of a risk do you take? You know this defense could be very aggressive at this moment. Nowhere to run. They'll corral him for no gain. The Huskers come up to the line to crank the tempo up here. 4th down. He's throwing for it. Finds his man. Has the first down. They get him down, and that's how this game will end. Clock at 0-0. Well, of course, in the playoffs, it's survive and advance. This is a crucial W. Great performance, but now the stage gets even bigger. The challenges will continue going forward.
Yeah, more and more pressure will grow as this team continues to win football games. But you and I have been around this team all year long. So impressed with the emotions and how they're able to contain themselves, stay focused on the task at hand. They did that again today. They advance. Cannot wait to watch and see what they can do next week.
And that is going to wrap it up. We enjoyed this one here. For Kirk Herbstreit, I'm Chris Fowler, and this has been another presentation of EA Sports College Football.